Hello, this is my second time recording this video. Canvas did what Canvas does and deleted my first one, so I'm doing it on my phone now. Let's get to it. So for this assignment, I went a little bit off the beaten path, and I went to where I always go when I'm looking for wisdom, which is the Bible. I have a deep distrust for mortal man's words and for mortal man's thinking. I'd rather not have to go through the process of trying to figure out, is that wise or is that conflicting with what I believe as a Christian? I'm going into Ecclesiastes. Some may argue that's not poetry. I would say it is. It's from Solomon, and he was deeply poetic, and this is very poetic. Take my points. I don't care. I mean, I'd rather contribute something meaningful to this discussion than memorize something stupid on the internet and spitting that out and pretending like it's valuable to me, which it wouldn't be. So these passages are deeply influential to me. As it connects to our books, I think the latest chapter, but the most recent one that I've done for this class had mentioned the terms Protestant ethic and materialism. My passages completely disavow and combat those lines of thinking. So that's interesting. So I'm going to recite Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 10 through 12, and then I'm going to read 13 through 20. Yes. So for the parts that I memorized, it goes, whoever loves money never has enough, and whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is vanity. As goods increase, so do those who eat them. And what advantage does it have to the owner but to see them with their eyes? Sweet is the rest of a laborer, whether he has eaten little or plenty. But the full stomach of a rich man does not allow him to eat. To sleep, sorry. The full stomach of a rich man does not allow him to sleep. And then I'm going to get help from 13. There is a grievous evil that I have seen under the sun. Riches were kept by their owner to his hurt, and those riches were lost in bad venture. And he is father of a son, but he has nothing in his hand to feed. As he came from his mother's womb, he shall go again, naked as he came, and shall take nothing for his toil that he may carry away in his hand. This also is a grievous evil. Just as he came, so shall he go, and what gain is there to him who toils for the wind? Moreover, all his days he eats in darkness, in much vexation and sickness and anger. Behold, what I have seen to be good and fitting is to eat and drink and find enjoyment in all the toil with which one toils under the sun the few days of his life that God has given him. For this is his lot. Everyone also to whom God has given wealth and possessions and power to enjoy them, and to accept his lot and rejoice in his toil, this is the gift of God. For he will not much remember the days of his life, because God keeps him occupied with joy in his heart. And that passage right there has been a game changer to me. It's helped point out things in the world that I think are obviously observable. We see in these passages that materialism and Protestant ethic are completely disavowed. And that's interesting because I think American culture has become completely saturated in those two principles of materialism and Protestant ethic, where everybody's chasing the nicest thing and to look like this and to have all this wealth. I think that is a striving after wind, like it says, and it's not going to lead to enjoyment at all. In fact, 10 through 20 kind of describes the burden of wealth and coveting that wealth specifically. Striving for riches is a burdensome game. it's a sacrifice. You sacrifice part of your soul if you are constantly striving to obtain everything that the world says successful people shall attain. It's not the case. So these have been deeply influential to me throughout my path here at Chadron and throughout my whole career decisions so far. Constantly I'm revisiting this and thinking, does this align with finance, which is something that I'm doing. I found that it really has. It may seem counterintuitive, but I think it is intuitive. Because I want to be a business teacher, or I could be a financial advisor, one of the two. My portfolio is about business teaching. What good is it to tell kids that all of these principles and all these ways to make sure that they can be successful in the business world, which is something that is not against what this says. Being successful is well within these parameters. But what good is it if you teach them about all this success, but they have no enjoyment because they're constantly chasing material wealth and riches and egotistical undertakings to show the world how wonderful everything you are and how successful you are? No. True success is found in contentment, which is a gift from God, which is what we hear at the end of that passage. This also shows the Bible's ongoing influence on me. Every time I'm looking for wisdom, I go here. I go to the Bible because of my deep distrust for mortal man's words. So how will this affect my portfolio? This will affect my portfolio because I will not sell kids on the farce of making millions of dollars and having the boats and the cars and the house. No, that you won't find contentment in those things. It may come from other things, but it will definitely not come from that. There's studies that even show this, after a certain salary, I think it's like $80K or something, no more enjoyment is found from increases past $80K, or it's some number like that. So I won't sell them on that farce, but I will sell them on ethicality, charity, and framing their lives within these principles of non-material value. Overall, my overarching message with this is wealth is a gift and contentment brings joy. And it is the gift from God to find your lot in life and to be content within it and to rest peacefully whether you have eaten little or much. And that's my main message. I probably should disclaim that I am a Christian. You probably could guess. You're more than welcome to engage with me in discourse. I would love to actually engage in discourse involving this. So with that, I'm signing off.